Hello students, welcome to the session. I am Mr. M.H. Mota, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. This session is on intake structures. The outcome of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand various types of intake structures and its site selection criteria. The intake structure. Intake are the structures used for admitting water from the surface sources like a river, lake, and so on, and conveying it further to the treatment plant. These are generally RCC or masonry structures used for the conveyance of water. The major aim of such structure is to provide relatively clean water free from pollution and all floating matter. The site selection, how one can select the site for such structure. So it should able to withdraw the water in the driest period of the season too. Means it should have such location where for the largest part of the year water is available. This kind of site is preferably available inside the shoreline. So the water is available even in the summer period. It should be as near to the treatment plant as possible. When it is nearest to the treatment plant, the length of rising main is much lesser, because of which the ultimate losses those are occurred at the time of the lifting of water has been reduced, and it ultimately results in lesser operation and maintenance cost. Particularly, the water to be pumped will have a lower effective head and it will be resulting in saving of electricity. It should capable to admit relatively cleaner water. It should be located at a place where the flow velocity is lesser. Generally, if the flow velocity is more, it results in the suspension of the matter in water, which makes the water more difficult for treatment. And as compared to that, if velocity is lesser, the suspended particles present in the water will be lesser and it will be much easier to treat the water or to clean the water. So it should be located at a place where the flow velocity is much lesser. Generally, it should be placed well upstream of discharge of sewer and industrial wastewater. If the site selected is on the downstream of the discharge of sewer, then water will be much polluted and it will be very difficult to treat that. It will not only result in a higher efforts to be taken for treat the water, but it even will be much difficult to operate and maintain the water treatment plant. So it should be placed well upstream of the discharge of any sort of wastewater. It should not even interfere with the river traffic, if any. If at all the river or any water body is used for any sort of navigation or the communication in terms of river traffic, then the site selected or the intake structure constructed should not interfere with such kind of movement of the river vehicles or the water vehicles. As these are masonry or concrete structures, they are generally very heavy in nature. So the good foundation conditions must be available from the point of view of stability of the structure. And at last, it must be selected such a way that the further expansion of the structure should be possible and comparatively easier. The classification of such structures. The intake structures are generally classified on three different heads. First is based on the position, whether it is submerged or exposed. Submerged intake are generally the intakes which are remain underwater during most of the times of its operation, while exposed intakes are such intakes which are open to the ambient atmosphere. The second is based on the presence of water during the operation. It divides the intake in terms of wet intake and dry intake. While the major classification is based on the source differentiate the intakes as per the river intake, reservoir intake, lake intake and canal intake. In this particular session, we are going to learn these intake structures. We'll start the discussion with river intake. A river intake is located to the upstream of the city so that pollution is minimized. As name itself suggests, such kind of intake structures are used when the source is river. They are located either sufficiently inside the river or sometimes near the river bank where the sufficient depth of water is available. The approach channel is also constructed if needed. Generally what happens when the such structure is located inside the river, one need to approach such structures for the close monitoring of the overall structural behavior as along with the overall operation and maintenance. In such case, the approach channel is must, which will connect the banks with the actual structure of this river intake. In special case, the weir is also constructed to raise the water level and divert it into the intake tower. This is the figure of the river intake, in which the intake or the intake conduits in terms of penstocks are installed at multiple levels. There is also a possibility that we can have the intake penstock at a lowest level. In this particular example, we have more than one inlets in terms of penstock. The pump house is generally located above the highest flood level. Highest flood level is the water level which will be available in case of the highest flood level. The pumps above that must be erected so that they can be protected even in case of highest flood. The penstock at upper level have been operated for the most of the duration in a year when the water is available above that level. When the water goes below that, the bed penstock or the lower penstock has been utilized. The lower penstock is generally located much below the lowest water level so that water will be available. This water is then entering into this particular structure from where it has been lifted through the suction pipe at the bottom of which a screen is placed so that there will be avoiding of the possibility of entry of any large particles or floating particles as such, and then it has been conveyed to the treatment work with the help of a rising man. This is another example of the river intake where the river intake is not constructed inside the river but it has been constructed on the banks, and a special intake structure has been erected which will accept the water from the river. Such intakes or the entry has been constructed well below the lowest water level so that water will be available throughout the year. This water enters into the inlet structure or the intake structure under the effect of gravity, from where it has been pumped with the help of pumps. Those have been placed above the highest flood level, and such structure is even called as an jack well. And this water is then conveyed to the water treatment plant for further treatment. Next is a reservoir intake. When the flow is not guaranteed throughout the year, generally a dam is constructed across the river to form a reservoir. This reservoir helps us to save the water which can be utilized throughout the year. In such case, the reservoir intakes are constructed. They are located near the upstream face of the dam where maximum depth of water is available. Their design depends upon the type of dam. For the gravity dam, the designs are different as compared to the earthen dam. So they are located near the upstream face. It can have one or more inlets depending upon the design of such reservoir intake. This figure is showing intake with entry ports at different levels. This is very similar to the entries those have been placed at various elevation, and the entries or the inlets at higher elevation is operated as far as the water is available, and then the inlets at lower or the lower inlet ports have been operated when the water level decreases. Such structures are generally constructed such a way that it needs an approach or the special approach to reach it and to make this particular thing functional. This is another example of such intakes where we have the intake with trash rack structure. Trash rack structure is nothing but a common entry which has been protected with the help of trash rack or the jali like thing, which help the entry of larger or floating matters to be band inside this particular thing, and then the water has been lifted through the pumps and through or the conveyed under the gravity through the conduits. This kind of structure even needs a special kind of approach. This is an intake with dry well. In this particular figure you will come to know that the entry ports have been located at various elevation, and the water get enter through this entry port, but it is not allowed to enter in a actual structure, but it will flow through the outlet pipe under the gravity, and different level entry ports are operated as per the different levels of the water. This figure shows the intake through the gravity dam. As we are aware, gravity dam is a solid dam in a body of which generally some sort of openings are provided for the inspection. So in such case the intake through gravity dams even have been provided, and those have been controlled and operated through the body of the dam or from the top of the dam. In that the entry can be in the form of trash rack, or the multi-level entries are even been used. The water is conveyed through the outlet pipe, and water generally flows on the downstream side of such gravity dams under the effect of gravity, and then it can be lifted if at all needed with the help of pump. This next type is lake intake. These are similar to the reservoir intakes if the depth of lake near the bank is reasonable. In case of shallow depth at the bank, submerged structures at the center of lake is provided. These are much simpler kind of structures as shown in figure, which have been installed with the help of a rock fill surrounding and CI grating in the form of its opening. Next is canal intake. In case of water to be withdrawn from a canal, this type of intake structure is adopted. It consists of intake chamber of regular or rectangular shape admitting water through a coarse screen. A fine screen is provided over the bell mouth entry of the outlet pipe. Such structures are generally not offering much resistance to the regular flow throughout the canal. This is a figure of canal intake, which is a rectangular simple structure in which the inlet pipe has been provided with the different coarse screen openings provided at the chamber, and the entry of this point is secured with the help of bell mouth entry. So that's it for this session. Let's meet in the next session to learn more. And thank you for having me, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.